What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Joy Womack, founder, CEO of Goodie Nation, coming to you with another amazing episode of Prequel. Origin stories and inflection points. I have a special guest to with me today to talk about some cool stuff in the athletic space. And so the reason why we do these type of backstories, origin stories, prequel stories, is really simple. It's all about relationships. At Goodie Nation, we're focused on closing what we call the relationship gap, right? And so what this means is in business, particularly in the startup space, the lack of connection between a founder and influential people in business can really make or break their company. And so what that means is they don't have connections to just quite honestly dope people. They don't have access to capital, customers, advice, especially nuanced advice to kind of navigate and maneuver this journey we call entrepreneurship, and also talented people to hire. And we find that diverse founders, so think like Black founders, Latinx founders, women founders, and other groups underrepresented in tech have a more difficult time getting connected to dope people, particularly in the innovation space and their counterparts, right? And so this podcast is really for a way for you to understand the backstories of these awesome founders so that you can see a little bit of yourself in them, therefore starting to develop a relationship. And the rest is history. So at the end of this, I'm going to have a call to action, but I've been speaking enough already. Going to kick it over to Brother Oakley for a quick introduction. So, name of the organization, quick description of it, and where you're based out of.
Perfect. Thank you, Joey, and thank you for having me today. So, high level, Gymble is actually athletic software. We partner with sports facilities and manage their team members, scheduling, and payments. And we're based here in Newark, New Jersey. Again, thank you for having us today.
There it is. Okay, so let's get right into it, right? We want to understand how you got here. So what's that backstory? What's that origin story?
Perfect. So I guess taking it back, very, familiar story. Played, sports my entire life. In college, I found myself going to Hampton University. I did play, basketball there from 2014 to 2019, where I received my MBA as well. Unfortunately, during that journey in 2018, I tore my pectoral. So I had to sit out, an entire year and miss an entire basketball season. At that point, I realized, hey, you got hurt a lot growing up, so you might want to focus on, something outside of basketball. So, really locked in on my studies. Really locked in on, what I wanted to be, outside of, playing a sport. And I found myself, loving finance. So first couple of internships, was at Johnson & Johnson. It's kind of funny, kind of came full circle because, in Newark now, we're on the Rutgers campus, and my internship, I guess, professional career started, on Rutgers campus as well. So I guess, full circle entrepreneur circle there. But after, college, found myself graduating, started my career at Accenture in their financial service industry. So, working with all the banks down there in Charlotte, North Carolina. Also, I was there for about a year and a half. A lot of, high profile roles, a lot of good engagements. But I wanted something a little bit more. So stepped into the private equity space, working with Lennar, working with the national land finance team, basically managing their entire real estate portfolio on a national level. Was there for, about 8 to 9 months. At that point, I always had kind of the itch or, the entrepreneur itch. I started my first company in college. I made about $100,000 out of the dorm rooms, making, websites and mobile applications. Also got into a little bit of wholesaling as well while at Lennar. So, always had the gut feeling or the itch to, kind of create something on my own. And at the time, my other two co-founders, one was in Charlotte, and that was kind of, where the introduction of Gymble was made as, a simple rental marketplace. And it's kind of funny to see how it, matriculated to what it is today. But originally, it kind of came about as, as a former athlete, we needed to, I guess at that point, we were on the mission of, finding a local facility in your space. And that was something, that we had all had issues with. So dove into, Gymble, at, I guess our first iteration, our V1 in 2021, to where we launched that product. Got a lot of good initial traction. Had about 5,000 users on that product. However, once we were going into, the market, our clients were asking for a lot more. They were asking for services, experiences. They were asking for back-end financial analytics because they didn't have anything tailored to their business, which is kind of what led us to building out the next iteration of our product in 2022. and allowed us to launch our product here in 2023 as a full-scale vertical SaaS, partnering with independently owned local and sports and fitness facilities. So a high level, athlete turn corporate finance operator turn entrepreneur turn missionary. So that's kind of how we're here today. And yeah, that's a little bit about Gymble and myself.
No, I love it. I love it. Listen, I mean, as a former college entrepreneur myself, especially in the old, I guess, the old MEAC,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. So you allude to where you are today. Let's talk about today, right? I love the evolution of the product. I'm sure there's lots of key learnings there. So where you are today, and where are you going with it?
Perfect. And like internally, it's like we kind of have the conversations of taking Gymble to the next level. We had the MVP, we had our initial traction, but now we're trying to get bigger, better clients. So we're actually having a launch day here in our Newark office. Audible brought us out. We partner with Audible and local companies as well. But we're having a local launch day. Have about 40 to 50 high-profile RCPs to where we'll be taking our idea, getting clients signed up for the platform, really establishing a good brand presence and traction in the Newark area, and then looking to expand that across the water to the New York market as well. So basically taking, our initial idea and really building a solid business around it, and taking, what we have to the next level, whether it's, investments wise, or whether it's just, overall better clients and better engagements. And, any sports facility owners or, fitness owners in the New York or Newark area, if you're hearing this, it's 2 days out, but we would love to have you, and look to, hear from you soon and talk to you soon.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, and so before we get to like closing remarks and how people can get in contact with you, I do want to talk about ways you're looking for help, right? Is it you're looking for introductions to people with facilities? Are you looking for introductions to, I don't know, people in the media? Just whatever, right? If someone says like, how can they help you right now? Generally speaking, what's your answer?
So great question. So two primary connects. One, early stage customers. So people that, want to use a platform, people that need to take their back office business operations to the next level, because we built a product that's perfect for them. And then two, any external media connections to take, what we have built and then scale it. So, we've been doing a lot of grassroots kind of door to door cold outreach marketing to get, our initial customers on the platform, get our initial traction. But we would love to kind of take that and expand on it, and any potential, I guess, high profile marketing agency that might want to give us a guide in the right direction, we would love to have that as well. So, any initial customers, any people that are looking to take their business back over to the next level, and any media distribution channels that can take Gymble and help us get in the right rooms as well.
I love it. So how can people get in contact with you?
In contact, so Devon at Gymble.us, or you can contact us via our support email as well. So support at Gymble.us, and our website contact information, or LinkedIn. So I'm not on Instagram, but you can get in contact via LinkedIn as well. So I would love to reach out and have any conversations.
There it is. There it is. I love it. I love it. I love it. So folks, you heard it here first, right? So we talk about being intentionally good, right? We talk about being intentionally good at Goodie Nation, and this is what we mean, right? He clearly laid out the ways he's looking for help. Visit the website, shoot him an email, or hit him up on LinkedIn. If you can think about supporting Devon and also his peers in Goodie Nation, right? If you can commit to doing that 1-2 hours a month for 6 months straight, you start to develop a habit around supporting some of the best diverse founders and also social entrepreneurs from all over the world. Right after 6 months of doing the habit, then you also start to look through your contacts. Right, you go from a habit to then changing behavior. Right, you go from then changing behavior to changing culture, and that's how we start to close this relationship gap. Right, and this is the reason why we do what we do at Goodie Nation. Right, support awesome founders like Devon and many others. So, thanks for joining us for another episode of Prequel Origin Stories and Inflection Points by Goodie Nation. We look forward to seeing you at the next episode. And reach out. So peace out, y'all.